Are you the Miracle Max who worked for the king all those years?
We get on the set, and we begin to work.
The king's stinking son fired me, and thank you so much for bringing up such a painful subject. While you're at it, why don't you give me a nice paper cut and pour lemon juice on it?
But Rob would leave the room. My job is to stay there and give the off-camera lines. And Rob goes, action.
Do the line down about takes 15 minutes for full potency.
And Rob was gone. Rob leaves the room. On every take, Rob would leave the room because he was about to throw up. He was laughing so hard.
This is one of the most memorable characters of all time.
Beat it, or I'll call the Brute Squad.
I'm on the Brute Squad.
You are the Brute Squad.
From a film that's jam-packed with them.
He didn't fall? Inconceivable.
And they're only on screen for 5 minutes.
I've seen worse.
And the reason they're so memorable is because nearly everything about the character
Hello in there! Hey, what's so important?
was improvised by Billy Crystal.
He's already dead.
He is, huh? I'll take a look.
From his dialogue,
The MLT line, my favorite line in the movie. Is it true that you ad-libbed that on the set?
Yeah. Except for a nice MLT, mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich when the mutton is nice and lean.
to the way the character looked.
In creating this guy, my makeup master, Peter Montagna, and I talked about, well, what do you want to look at? Well, what should he look like that could be different? And I said, well, he should look like a cross between Casey Stengel, who was the old Yankee manager, and my grandmother.
And when all these elements come together, it suddenly becomes a nightmare for the rest of the cast.
So Rob came up to me before we shot that scene. He goes, okay, Carrie, you're gonna play mostly dead, so you gotta be totally still. We don't want to see your chest move. You want to hold your breath for the take, and we'll let you know when we're done. I go, how long's the take? They go, maybe a minute.
We're in a terrible rush.
Don't rush me, Sonny. You rush a miracle man, you get rotten miracles.
Normally this would be standard procedure for a shoot, but what director Rob Reiner did next not only nearly shut down production for the day, but used so much film that it became one of the most expensive scenes in the movie.
I never worked for so little, except once, and that was a very noble cause.
He walked up to Billy Crystal and whispered,
Forget the lines, just go for it, right? So that's all Billy needed, and he proceeded to do 3 hours of medieval Yiddish stand-up.
Look who knows so much, huh?
and suddenly the 5-minute scene became 3 straight days and 10 hours a day, only making progress when the sound department slowly banished the crew one by one, starting with
Rob, the director, because he has a laugh that can be heard in Detroit. So they banished him off the set.
And then came the other actors.
And the next person to go was me, obviously, because I was trying to hold it in, and you can't do that when, he's standing and he's prodding me going,
There's usually only one thing that you can do.
What's that?
Go through his clothes and look for loose change.
and I was gone, just gone, right? And so the sound department went, him too, right? And they replaced me with my foam rubber dummy that Andre carried around.
But getting kicked off the set actually turned out to be a good thing. Actor Mandy Patinkin, who had to remain on set to deliver lines in the scene, actually suffered his only injury on the film.
The only injury I sustained on that movie was I bruised a rib from holding in my laughter with Billy Crystal. And that's the God's honest truth. It was amazing.
But that's not what he said. He distinctly said, to blave.
And even the crew that stayed behind had to resort to biting their hands to prevent blowing takes.
Unfortunately, there's so many spoiled, brilliantly hilarious takes that we all spoiled.
One of cinema's funniest characters, and all of this on-set chaos from one simple suggestion: to improvise. From a director who's known as
an actor's director. He made you feel that whatever you thought of was a wonderful idea.
Cut, great. All right, good. Print that one when we're on to 9:20.
Great screenplay. It was the perfect cast, the perfect director. It's the perfect movie for us.
You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to die.
I'm Luke.
Bye, boys. Have fun storming the castle.
Thanks for watching.
It would take a miracle. Goodbye.